what's up? This is Just Plain Nonsense.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Rob. I love how once I get started, everybody's like, it's like we're all they're all a bunch of robots that are like,
and I'm Michael.
controlled by the by the Alexa.
They actually don't leave the seats at all.
Yeah, they're just always in the seats.
Yeah, Michael and Rob actually
It's like,
don't.
hey, what's up? And they're like, whoa.
I'm programmed for podcasting.
All right, so as you guys can see, or as you can hear, we have Shane and Amanda here back with us again. We are happy to have them on the podcast, and there's a very specific reason that we have mainly Amanda on the podcast, but Shane comes along with her as a consolation prize, I guess.
Consolation prize.
I'm so sorry.
He's
that
a bonus
sad.
guest.
No, we
I like that better.
So there's a very good reason why we have Amanda on the podcast today. It goes along with our topic. Shane is a bonus guest that comes along with it. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, much more professional
I
sounding.
feel wanted.
As you know, as you probably saw from the title, we are going to talk about pets today. All of our little pets that we've had that keep us company and they console us when we're sad, or like they're always happy to see us. They're like the wagging the little tails and stuff. So we're going to talk about that today. But I don't know how to start it, so I like to pass it off to Michael because he's usually pretty good at that. I don't know what he's writing right now, but hopefully it's relevant to what we're doing.
Sure. All right. Yeah. So
You have a bunch of pets. Well, you don't have a bunch of them, but like you've got one mean one and one really nice one.
and then one that I don't care for because it's a reptile,
Oh, right.
You have a reptile?
a bearded dragon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it messes with his life, and it's basically a reptile dysfunction.
How did,
Yeah.
wow. Puns.
I don't know why I'm getting into the puns. So mine are clever, I think. Are my
That was
comment below if you guys think that my puns are clever and his are more like dad jokes. Otherwise, just comment below what you think about our puns and if you like mine or not. Because I seriously think mine are really clever.
As he plays with his.
Mine
are
my,
so clever.
That's my nervous thing. I'm like embarrassed to even talk about it.
I'm so funny.
I seriously think they're super clever. It makes me happy when I say them because I think of them and I'm like, oh, that's a good one. Oh, Michael.
Oh man. Okay. So my wife called me "Hey girl" she didn't call me "Hey girl." My wife,
Hey girl.
referred to as "Hey girl,"
Yeah.
comma, exclamation.
I'm so excited.
Called me from the pet store and said, "Hey, Riley wants a bearded dragon," which is my oldest daughter.
The Riley, not the bearded dragon.
Yeah. And so I said no because I hate reptiles. Because we already have two cats, one which I love and one which is there.
So I want to talk about that once you get done with your reptile story.
Yeah.
Because yeah, your cats are awesome. Anyway, go ahead.
So I told her no. And then about 30, 40 minutes later, she walks in the door with the bearded dragon named Mushu.
Welcome to marriage, everybody. Mushu, that's awesome.
That is really.
If I were going to have a bearded dragon, I'd probably name it Mushu. That's fair.
Yeah. Definitely.
You can't. It's already taken.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was already taken by Disney, but
But not for a bearded
Well,
dragon.
I feel like
true.
that. I feel like if you're going to get like
It
something
was
like
a
that,
different kind of dragon.
like an exotic pet, like you have to have like a. After because if you name like a bearded dragon Jerry, it just doesn't hit the same.
I think that would be perfect.
That's how I name pets and stuff. Because like I had this girlfriend and she would get me like stuffed animals all the time, and I'd give them real crazy names. Like I had a fox named Austin. Like I think Austin.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I think Austin.
It's out there, man.
I didn't say no. I didn't say it was out there. I'm just saying like I think I'm really good at coming up with names for things like that because it's like you were talking about naming a reptile Jerry. It's like
Okay.
It doesn't fit, but like I feel like Austin is like perfect for a fox. I don't know why. It just feels right.
On a second thought, I probably would name a large lizard Jerry.
yeah.
But-
I liked it when you said it.
Yeah, I kind of like it now. But
Because it's so like commonplace name, but it's not a very commonplace.
I'm going to
pet.
call my lizard Jerry just because.
Mushu Jerry.
Mushu, quote unquote Jerry.
But the weird pet name thing is kind of. I think it's
You need
better
to name a pig Mushu, so it's Mushu pork.
That's good.
Yeah, that's like naming a pig bacon though, or like
No,
Kevin.
that was unique though. That was unique. I liked it. No?
No, that makes me happy. Like I genuinely feel good when you're like, that was a good idea. That makes me feel really good.
Especially when I since I have such a high standard of puns that when I compliment your puns,
That was a
you're
good
like,
one.
You're like, it must be really good.
Yeah. Well, that got the seal of approval for
I
me.
felt validated.
I give out points to people at work because my last name's Ward. So I
Like imaginary points.
they're real, because they have value. So I'll be like, hey, you just got 15 Ward points, or you just got 5 ward points, or you just lost 4 ward points. You better cut it out.
So you want to hear something crazy? I used to do that too.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. I didn't give them like rob points, but like I would just give people points.
Oh, I thought you gave them ward points.
No, that'd be weird. But no, I used to give people points. That's so crazy that like there's so many things that we keep finding
know,
out about
weird.
each other. That's nuts.
Do you want to touch feet right now on the table?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, well, okay. So the crazy name thing for pets. So I
Touch feet under the table.
that's nonsense.
Perfect.
So I always named my pets just random weird names because I didn't like naming a dog Sparky or whatever.
Yeah.
And
It's
so
not random enough.
yeah. So when I was a kid, I had a cat named Pepsi.
Huh.
Like it.
He was a gray cat, and all dark gray. And one time I fed him chocolate, not on purpose, but like it was in my backpack and in my room.
How old were you?
I was just a little guy.
Okay.
I don't know the age exactly, but it was.
I love that name. Pepsi for you said it was a cat?
Yeah, and he ate
I
chocolate
love
one
it.
day,
I love it.
and he vomited and diarrhea all over my backpack and
Oh.
my stuff in the house.
I've got a story for that.
Yeah. So poor Pepsi was.
That's such a cute name for a cat,
Yeah, that
isn't
is
it?
adorable.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
yeah, he died.
Great.
Thanks for that.
And
That was
that's how this
perfect.
entire episode is going to go.
So cute. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, so here's a little bit of a spoiler warning for you.
Cat versus
Gage,
car.
if you're going to go ahead and stop that, go ahead. If you're going to reset it. Am I good to go? Wait. Oh, sorry. So so this is just a little preface for what's going to go on here in that podcast. There's probably going to be real funny stories and happy stories, and then real low stories. So get prepared for that. Get your tissues next to you, and then your
Ice cream.
well, you're going to need them for the tears, for the laughter, and the the
Yeah.
ice cream for the okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just get prepared to be happy and sad. It's going to be a roller coaster.
Which is what people
fasten your
experience with
seatbelt.
pets, so it's very relatable.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you finish your story? Because if I interrupted you again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Well, you said he diarrheaed everywhere.
I don't know. I guess the moral of the
And
story
vomited,
is
yeah.
cat versus car wins.
That doesn't have anything to do with what we were just talking about.
He
just
said he
explained
died.
Oh,
Yeah.
you said okay.
Alright.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Thanks, Amanda.
Shane, I think you need to tell the
Do I have to tell the
diarrhea.
story?
The
Okay.
diarrhea
Yeah, 'cause we're on that
story.
tangent already.
You need to say it.
So this was a couple years ago when we first got our dog Skylar. So we lived in a smallish apartment.
Little ski.
Little ski ski.
Beetles, multiple different names.
Bucket old noodles.
Bucket o' noodle.
Where do these names? We need to talk about the etymology of the names too. So we'll do that later.
So I think she was probably 3 or 4 months old.
Yeah, she was not that
She was
old.
not that big. Like probably maybe 6 months
Yeah.
tops. And we had one of those big family packs of Oreos that we had left out.
I think I remember the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was bad. So I guess I think we'd been watching a movie in bed or something, and we were eating Oreos. Right, go to sleep.
Michael's favorite snack.
She eats
The
the entire box.
She or Skylar?
Skylar,
Okay.
Skylar.
not she.
I am she.
The entire box in I don't know, probably a couple hours. I wake up probably 3 or something. I wake up and I smell Oreos, intense.
That was gonna be my question. Was did it smell like
Intense
Oreos?
Oreo smell. And I'm like, oh my God. And I couldn't find the box of Oreos. I'm like, what's going on? So I get up, I turn the light on, right? And there is piles. Now, I don't think piles, puddles
Puddles.
of what it literally looks like.
Pureed.
It looks like if you took a whole thing of Oreos, threw it in a food processor, and just and then just dumped it on the floor. These puddles.
Literally.
And it had the consistency, it looked like ground up Oreos. It must have literally just went straight through her whole entire body. Yeah.
It looked like cookies and cream milkshake.
It got more intense
I'm not
when
kidding.
you changed it from piles to
No, it was puddles.
Yes.
Because piles would say that it would stack on top of each other anyway, when it really just spread out kind of like a pancake.
Yeah.
Why are you referring this to other kinds of food? You were like milkshakes, and then you were like, oh yeah, no pancakes. Come on.
Well, I think that's
Now I don't
more,
wanna have either
that's
one
not
of
as
those.
much a reference to she's describing the texture, I'm describing the shape.
So you telling your stories about your dog getting into things reminds me of one time when you told me about how your dog got super swole.
Wait.
Remember when she got into your protein?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, that was Oliver.
Yeah.
That wasn't her.
That was Oliver,
That's
yeah.
right. I do remember that.
So that was at the other house.
Yeah.
And I had like one of those, I think it was like a 5-pounder or
Yeah.
whatever.
No, I think it was 4 pounds.
Yeah. 4 pounds specifically.
How do I remember that?
I don't know.
And I put it in like one of the lower cabinets.
Yep.
Mistakes were made.
Okay, because you shouldn't think like a dog can
Your
figure out how
cabinets
to
were
open a
childproof,
cabinet.
though, weren't
Yeah,
they?
they
No.
were. And
No, they
we
were
still
chi-
got in.
Oh, they
it.
were
The
childproof.
one under the
No,
sink.
yeah.
They were. You're right. They were childproof. And so
I know more about your house than you do.
He still opened a childproof cabinet, and this was closed. It was a closed protein.
It was
container.
chocolate protein, wasn't it?
I think so. And then he somehow got his teeth around it to unscrew the protein lid, stuck his entire head inside of it, ate all the protein out of it, and then got the whole entire bucket stuck on top of his head.
Yeah, and then I got home, and all I see is Oliver like freaking out,
around the house.
running around with this big, huge thing on his head, and I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "Can you breathe?" Like, he was okay,
That would be scary.
He probably
Yeah.
got super swole, though.
but he ate
Major
all
gains,
of
though.
that.
I bet he had nasty protein farts, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was crazy.
That reminds me of a time when I was driving home one day. I was coming home from work, and it was real late at night. And I'm driving down the road, and I'm right in front of my house, and I see this little teeny tiny kitten with a Frito bag stuck on its head, and it's like wandering around. It just can't see at all. So I stop and I get out, and I'm like, the cat didn't run away. I expected it to as soon as it heard somebody. It was going to
Yeah.
run away, but it didn't. It kind of like sat down a little bit, and I grabbed the bag and I pulled on it, and it didn't come off. I'm like, I wonder how long this cat was struggling to get this bag off his
Yeah.
head, because I had to actually pull it to get it off, and then it bolted. It was like out.
Aw.
It was out.
That was really nice of you to help it though.
Well, I mean, I can't. If you're like a monster, if you're gonna walk by and like leave a cat like
No.
wandering around like that,
Please. Literally, one time I was in the car with someone that I'm not going to name, but
you and Michael, you're like, oh, I'm not gonna talk about what it is.
yes.
I'm not gonna name names.
But
I ain't no snitch.
we were driving. There was this little kitty, and like literally tiny, like crying, like running around in the woods. And I was like, "Stop! I'm gonna try to get the kitten." And then the person that was in the car with us was like, "Run it over! It's gonna die anyway from the coyotes." And it made me literally so mad, like irate. And I got out of the car and chased him and got him or whatever. But it made me so mad. It's like, what type of person says that?
Serial killers.
Yes. and
else
I'm
is that?
Potential future serial
Yeah.
killers.
and I'm like, literally, this little orange tiny kitty. And he's like, "Run it over."
All right,
I
so
just cannot believe it.
I don't understand how people can have that mindset, because like I don't know how you can hurt another living being.
Yeah.
Well, I say that, and then I kill like gnats and ants and stuff. So
You know, Shane literally legit feels bad, like, for slugs and stuff. Like, he,
my-
even
I-
the tiniest little animal Shane cares about.
I love slugs.
Yeah.
They're so slow and defenseless.
He just saves
have to
them
move
every time.
every
Yeah.
time I
yeah,
see
they're
them.
they're not wearing their shells or anything. So
Yeah, I think it's just, I don't know. It's like, especially cats and dogs, where they're mammals and they have those same like emotional connections.
yeah,
and
we
stuff.
personify them a little bit,
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
more than a slug.
Totally.
Right. So like you have the 2 cats I have now. We actually, both of them are from animal shelters. One's from when I lived in San Diego, and one's from around here locally. And the lady was telling me that both of my cats came from abused homes, so they were harder to break in.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But she also told me the story about how this guy was like torturing animals, and they had some of them there. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how do you like? How does? I get it if you're like, oh yeah, I accidentally hurt an animal, you know, whatever.
Right.
You know, and then
If you intentionally,
yeah. But to sit down there for entertainment purposes and torture animals just to hear them scream or whatever,
Yeah.
you are freaking like, whoa, like,
Warped
what
in
kind
the
of mind do
brain.
you have to be
Yeah.
like?
Yeah.
So I have a story that goes along with that. But first of all, before I say that, I love your cats, especially Gemma. Like that's the one that you don't like.
I secretly, which I'm putting this on the air, but she don't know it. I secretly like the Gemma, the female cat that I pretend I don't like because she cuddles with me.
But
just ticks me off so
she'll
much.
nibble you a little bit every once in a while. But she is the most affectionate cat I've ever met in my entire life, and I love that. Like there was one time when I was like, "Can I take her home?" Because she was so sweet.
And then I'm like, you can have her, dude. And in my mind, I'm like, please don't take her, please don't take her.
Well, then you just come over to my house and you hang out with her.
that's true.
You get visitation rights and stuff.
Oh, cool. I get custody.
Yeah, no, I have custody. You get visitation rights.
Oh.
So speaking of, well, I'm about to bring it back down. You were talking about torturing animals, and you were talking about an orange cat. So
Yes.
when I was a little kid, my parents had this cat, and we named him Sunny. So I'm
That's cute.
gonna build this up, and then I'm gonna rip the rug right out from under you. So you ready? I'm a storyteller.
Now that we're ready for it.
Yeah, because it's like watching a movie trailer. Then you go see the movie, and you're like, I kind of knew that was gonna happen. Anyway. So that was the movie trailer. So here we go. So my brother and I, this cat tolerated everything. So it would lay in the floor, and when we were little kids, we would lay down on it and grab a handful of fur and just fall asleep, and it wouldn't budge until we woke up, and then it would like lick the fur down and go about its day.
My heart.
So we would like
So cute.
that was that cat. And that's like one of the main things I remember about it. But he was like one of those really long cat. So then one day he was gone, and I didn't know what was going on. I found out later, like many years later, my dad told me that somebody had caught him in a bear trap and fed him poison, and then let him go, and then he came back to our house and died at our house.
That is ridiculous.
Yep, I don't understand like I don't get that mindset. I don't understand it.
It's
at
crazy because
all.
there's tons of people that walk among us that are like that. They're just like,
Yeah.
you know, like, whoa.
Yeah, and you think they're normal, and then all
Like,
of a
did
sudden,
mommy not give you enough hugs or what? Like, why are you so like just messed up?
right?
Oh, that's what's weird.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. It's affecting my mood. No.
I told you, man. I was
Yeah, we're
gonna-
kind of on a downer now. a little
Yeah, I
bit.
kind of want to cry. No,
Well-
not cry, but
You're like, I'm too much of a man. to cry.
I'm just gonna go lay down and cry silently, facing the direction.
All right, let's hold on for this sound. Dear Lord.
Small.
All right, you guys. Again, I'm going to tell you, we are on the corner of two very busy intersections. So, if you guys want cleaner podcasts, help us out by heading on over to Patreon. Patreon.com/justplain-nonsense and subscribing and helping us out get some money so we can get a better location, because the studio, literally, we're on the corner of two main highways. So that's what you're hearing outside is all the just the traffic driving by.
So,
And we're kitty corner. We're kitty corner. Bringing it back to it's not kitty corner.
catty corner.
I thought it was cat.
You said it right the first
No,
time.
I know that, but I thought it was actually supposed to be kitty corner. Well, whichever one it is,
That's a
we
corner
are
of
we are
kitties.
diagonal from a freaking airport.
Yeah.
So earlier we were pretty sure we heard a jet flying over. So yeah, so help us get another location.
Or a flying saucer. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the two. There might be aliens outside. We don't know. But yeah, anyway, so back to cats or pets.
Okay, so here's my disturbing animal story.
Yeah, let's stay on the disturbing area for a while because we got that lull in the roller coaster.
Oh, should I bring it back later?
No, we're on the lull, so let's
Okay.
keep it down, and then we'll come back up.
Okay. So, I had this poodle.
A
You had a
big poodle?
No, miniature, like
A miniature?
very cute.
You had a poodle?
Yeah.
How do I not know this story?
Because I was a little bitty.
I don't know everything about you.
Yeah. But you're about to know something else.
Well, you had a poodle, so that's good enough.
So,
I can die happy now.
well, you better hold that thought.
Oh, no.
So, this pet poodle, cute little girl poodle, name was Lucy.
Aw, what color was she? I just need to know for my
White.
own benefit. Oh,
She wasn't spray painted pink or
Well,
anything.
She was red later.
no, don't say that.
Oh wait, I just laughed and I was thinking that it was a good reason that she was red, but
No, because
no.
the color of blood is red.
I understood.
Wow, that took a little bit. I just spit everywhere.
Ew.
Get yourself
know.
under control.
Okay.
So Lucy was
Lucy.
a lovable little dog. Followed me around everywhere, and I'd yip at me, and I'd play with her, and I just loved her all the time because, you know, me and Lucy were like this.
And I'll bet she was super soft.
Very soft and lovable and cuddly. And one day, Lucy ventures off and becomes a victim of the most horrific case of dog rape you have ever heard in your life. I guess this giant, like, I don't know if it was like a Doberman or whatever it was, but like,
Oh, okay, it was another animal.
yeah.
Okay, I thought we were going somewhere else with the story.
Just when I thought I couldn't make it any more disturbing, you just
You just.
That's what you got me for, man. I'm here.
no. So
I got you, fam.
this dog, the raper dog,
Shane.
I guess in the process of dog rape,
Brings
managed
us
to
back
like
to the bear rape.
managed to like claw her eye out and like mangled her up. And when she came back to the house, its eyeball was hanging out of the eye socket, and it was just like, you know,
No.
a mess. And that's how it ended for Lucy.
Wow.
So.
So sad. That is so awful.
Yep.
Were you traumatized? Did you see this as a child? You saw it with your own eyes?
I didn't see the rape.
No, the eyeball. The eyeball.
Gage is dying laughing over there.
Dog rape is not funny, Gage. No, but anyway, let's just end that story. Poor Lucy, rest in
Wow.
peace.
Rest in peace, Lucy.
Yeah, for real.
May you always be
I'm
remembered.
disturbed.
So let's do a lighter note. What's the weirdest pet you guys have had?
Weirdest.
Well, I got somebody tied up in my basement right now.
Oh, wow.
That
Wow.
is not the
Wow.
same.
JK, I don't have a basement. they're in the attic.
Okay. So
No,
No, they might be in your shower. This is like really funny,
Why
actually.
my shower?
Because I'm gonna tell you. So literally, I've been friends with you forever, and then every time I go in your bathroom, I'm like, I've never seen the inside of his shower.
You've never like snuck a peek?
No, and like now it's like a streak thing. I'm like, I'm never gonna look inside a shower just because I never have before, and like I think this every time I pee at your house now.
Well, since that's gonna
so
eventually
weird.
happen, I need to clean my shower out.
I literally am just like, I don't know why it dawned on me, but like a year ago, probably I was like, you know what? His curtain's always closed, and I never have seen his
You
shower.
want to know why my curtain's always closed?
Why?
Because if you leave it open, the water stays in the bottom of it and it gets all mildewy.
Yeah.
So you close your shower curtain and then it stretches it out and it allows it to dry out and you don't have mildew on the bottom
True.
of your freaking shower curtain.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the fact that I've never thought that I was never curious about the inside of your shower, but now I am.
Yeah.
And now the very next time I go to your house, I'm going to look in your shower.
Yep.
Rob's like,
Such a
"Dang, I
weird-
gotta move him now."
It's such a weird thing that you struggled with. You're
I
like,
know,
Like, man, I've never, but I don't want to.
but now I don't want to because it's been so long.
And now you're going to fight it, and I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to go in there and look in your shower and be like,
This is what it looks like
Because I feel like now that she points it out, you don't really truly know somebody
until you see their
until
shower.
you see the shower. You know
Yes.
what they wash with, you know how they, you know,
How many loofahs they have?
Yeah.
If they're a washcloth person or a loofah, or if they just puddle it in their hand. And
Yeah.
See, that's what I do.
Lather
I
it.
just man.
See, now I don't know what I think.
I have 4 loofahs.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a loofah guy.
I just use.
Right here. Loofah bros.
I used to be a loofah person, but then I heard how much bacteria they hold,
That's what I'm trying to do is I want to like spread that bacteria.
and so
I wanna
now
go
I'm a
with the
washcloth girl. Yeah, they hold a lot of bacteria.
What if I just throw it in the washing machine with my towel?
Then you spread the
I've never-
bacteria to your clothes.
No, because
I've-
the detergent cleans it all.
What are you saying, Shane?
I don't think I've ever heard of somebody washing their loofah.
But I will now.
That's
there's,
like
a lot,
Yeah.
there's a lot of groundbreaking stuff.
That's
going
like
on.
Danny.
Yeah.
That's like Danny Tanner washing his gloves that he uses to wash the dishes with, or that's like Jake Peralta being like, "Why do you have to change out your towel? It always only touches your clean body."
I've said that.
I was waiting for there to be more than that.
Yeah, there wasn't.
You're just like, I've said that.
I was told to not laugh with it in my mouth.
But yeah, the shower really does tell a lot about someone.
Well, you're also developing like the same thing I do with streaks on things, but
I
they're
know.
completely dumb.
I know.
I don't know if that's just because we've
One-
been together so long or what.
One time, Shane literally, actually to this day, it's still there. There's been a quarter and like, you know, the little shelves in the bathtub. There's been a quarter there since like Shane was like 11 years old, and it's still there to this day.
Like at his parents' house.
Yes, at the red house.
The house I grew up
and
in.
he
yeah.
Oh, okay.
refused to ever move it, and it's probably still there to
What
this
year
day.
is it?
I don't know. But it's
The
like,
quarter?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
but yeah, it's been there this whole
Michael,
time.
it's 2020.
What year is
Man,
it?
that took me way too long to get that out
Well,
there.
because I remember in that one specifically, I put that there to prove a point to my mother at the time because I was like, "You do not clean the shower ever." I'm like, I can literally put this here and it will never move because you will never clean it. And then like time passed, like 6 months went by. I'm like, okay, it's still there. And, like years. I was in this house for years, and then finally we moved,
And he still left it
and it was
there.
still there.
And then we moved back in when like years later, like 6 years later, and
Still
it's
there.
still there.
And I would not move
And
it.
he would not let me move it. So
Yeah, well, I suppose that's what year the quarter was, because if it was like of that year, you know,
Right.
printed that year, then you could actually keep track.
yes, how long it's been.
That'd be
pretty
awesome. Jinx.
Wow, that was really a weird tangent we got on. Showers.
Welcome to Just Plain Nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, because you were talking about keeping a body in my bathroom.
Yeah.
In my
So
bathroom.
nobody's had any weird pets?
I'm trying to think.
Like, not just like pets that were weird, but like weird types of pets that aren't common to most people.
I've
I
only
had
ever
a
had like cats and dogs.
I had a lizard one time, like from the Arizona wild.
Oh, when you lived there. Okay, yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, when did you?
But yeah, so Amanda lived in Arizona for a while.
Yeah, I did.
Well, why don't you
But-
tell us about it? What name was it? What gender was it?
I
What
don't-
color was it?
Well, this is kind
What
of sad.
species, genus and species
Well,
was
it kind of like died because then I was like holding it too much and its tail fell off. And
That's
then,
because it thought you were a predator.
yeah, and then it had
She
like
is a predator.
it was like a girl and it had eggs, but then it just all died. Okay, the whole thing died.
I'm not laughing at your dead lizard. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of funny. That's not haha funny, but strange funny how that pet was constantly thinking it was about to get eaten. That's why it lost itself. To be honest with you. It was constantly.
That's
feeling
its
like
defense
it lived
mechanism.
It lived
Yeah.
the rest of its life like that.
I know.
That's why it died. It was
sad.
Kind of sad, actually. Yeah,
constantly-
I know.
That's why it died. It was constantly like anxiety
Yeah.
ridden.
But I was
It kept
really
thinking it was escaping
little.
sounds like me.
Poor lizard. Just take my tail. Just take my
Yeah, I've never had any weird pets. Like I just had cats and dogs. That's really it. Like, and most of the places I've lived, I wasn't allowed to have pets. So, like when I moved out of my parents' house, so I haven't really had any.
So I did have. This isn't like necessarily a weird pet. I don't think. I think a lot of people have these, but like, okay, so like I had hermit crabs for like a minute, but I had like a whole bunch of them. And my thing was that I wanted more interaction out of the hermit crabs than you really should be getting out of hermit crabs. Like really, with a hermit crab, like
I mean, just look at the name.
I know, right? But like, so like normally, like you get your hermit crab, you put it in there, you put food, put the water in there, blah blah blah, blah whatever. I think I was probably like 10 when I had them, but I wanted like to. So like one of the issues we had is that I killed a couple of them before because I wanted to bathe them. So what I did was I got a little bowl, and this I think I want to say in my mind I think it's a legit thing, but it probably wasn't because I've never looked it up after that. I don't know
I
anything
can't
about the
believe
character.
I've never heard this story. I
But
never
like
knew you
I
had.
used to like put them in a little bowl of water so they could bathe, and then one time I left them in there, and then they drowned.
Oh,
And then like a couple times like I'd like have them out, and then they like I'd like want them to like be free on my dresser, and they fall off. But my mom kept on buying them. Like there was a steady stream of hermit crabs for me to kill.
So your story reminded me of an episode of The Office where Kevin has a dog and he's telling everybody, he's like, she just lays around and does nothing all day, and they're like, does she smell, Kevin? And he's like, she smells horrible.
oh my god!
So he's talking about her as if she's dead, and then he like goes home and he's laying next to her. She's literally just laying there like nothing, and he's like, "You're such a good little girl." And then she like starts licking his face, so you know that she's alive. But she's just super lazy. That just reminds me of that where you're like, I put them in the bath so they could bathe themselves, and then they died. They're like, they didn't move anymore after when I pulled them out.
just didn't move
I set them on the
anymore.
counter so they'd be free, and they never moved after that.
You could tell we're Office fans because we all reference it a lot.
Yeah.
It's part of our life.
Okay, so this will be a little bit of a tangent, but I have watched The Office. Like, it's been a cycle for me. I'll watch all 9 seasons, right? Or 7 seasons? I say that, I'm like, oh, I'm such an Office fan. I'm like, I don't know how many seasons there are exactly. There's a lot. I'll watch all the seasons, and then literally when I finish the last one, if I'm still going to be watching TV, I'll literally start it over. That's
I've
season
done
1,
that.
episode 1. And I've probably watched the series like 8, 9, 12 times, something like that. Like just over and over and over again, because it'll be on in the background while I'm working. It'll be on when I'm doing dishes, and I'll like be sitting down and watching some of the episodes. And I've been listening to The Office Ladies, which is Angela Kinsey and the girl that played Pam, Jenna Fisher. And they're doing a rewatch of the show. So they start at episode 1, they'll watch it, and then they'll come on the podcast and talk about it. And they'll tell you all the behind the scenes stuff that happened on it and all that kind of stuff. So I know this is way off on a tangent, but if you get a chance, go check out The Office Ladies on Stitcher. They're really,
It's
really
a podcast,
awesome.
right?
It's a podcast.
Well, you know, as far as weird pets, my weirdest pet was I had a pet pig, Potbelly, lived in the house with me. Yeah, his name is Buford.
That's such a pig name.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Buford
it
is
is.
definitely a pig name.
Well, yeah, I wasn't very, I haven't developed my creativity yet. I mean, well, Pepsi.
No, that's an original name. Like that's like I mean like it's I've heard it before, but like that's just a very
Wait a
feels
minute.
pig-like. In it.
yeah.
Wait
That's
a
what I'm
minute.
saying.
So last night, Didn't we go bowling last night?
Yeah.
So we were actually having this same discussion. My days blur together, man. We were like giving each other names of like what we looked like.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Each of us.
We were legit doing that last night. Like, what would I look like? Or what kind of name do you think I have? What kind of name do you think I have? So we were giving each other different names.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting that now we're talking about like pet names. It's kind of funny.
What do I look like? Do I look like a Michael or
I don't know, since
That's
we've known you for
yeah.
a while, you look like a Michael, but I'm trying to think of like.
a different.
like an Eric maybe?
No, he
No.
looks like an Eric. Shane looks like an Eric.
Yeah.
That's my
I see.
middle name.
Well, there you go. You are an Eric.
Look at me. Let's see. I could see you. Oh, you're gonna fangirl over this. I would say Adam. You look like you could be
I
an
can see
Adam.
like an Aaron.
Why would I fangirl off that?
Because of the biblical meanings behind it.
Oh yeah. You know how with names, words, names,
Yeah.
names.
Because I know you.
Because I'm
Sorry.
Saying I look old, bro?
No. Sorry, Shane. Go ahead with your story because I kind of cut you off.
No, it was the pig thing.
It was
yeah, that's
his,
what I
Yeah,
meant.
yeah, sure.
Well, because he was. Yeah, you know words. Hey. This
Hey.
is,
What?
I'm Rob.
What do you say?
And I'm Michael. No, so Buford.
Yeah.
He's my little pig. We had a
That's
little,
such a sweet name.
we had a little like a pig pen.
Big bin.
You know, they use for kids and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I used to play with them. We spent a lot of time together. And then one day,
Please don't tell me a sad story about him.
and then one day,
Oh my
Why
goodness.
does it always end badly with you?
He became a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
there was no. Don't worry, there was no pig rape. All right.
Okay,
Oh, no.
that's at least better than the last one then.
So he went missing. I don't know whatever happened, but I did notice we had an abundance of bacon.
Oh.
No.
Cannibals.
I'm kidding. I don't know.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I'm gonna say, like, how you gonna lose a pig?
Well, when he becomes bacon, you can't find him anymore.
well, it becomes. Oh, won't do it. Won't do it.
I don't know where that was going.
Yep, I stopped it. So anyway, that was before. That was my weirdest pet. Was that pig? You know, but
Oh,
Um, I-
put a t-shirt on and everything.
no, you go ahead.
Sorry. What was that? That was weird. Anyway.
That was very weird.
That was
You
so
became
weird.
like a legit
Yeah.
robot.
I don't know if this is like a weird pet, but I have 2 guinea pigs for my classroom.
Ham and pickle.
Ham and Pickle.
Oh, that's so adorable.
That
Yeah.
is adorable.
Yep.
Straight up adorable.
They're
man.
Pickle is so mean.
Pickle's meaner. Ham will like literally want to like cuddle up with you, and he like will grab. He's literally grabbed Shane's finger
Well,
before, and like,
pickle is probably a little more salty.
oh my gosh. But no,
See,
Ham.
now he's addicted to the puns.
Are those your
Oh my
gym
goodness.
socks?
No, they're just regular socks, but
So I just now realized that those are gray.
yeah.
And when you put them up there, I couldn't like just the light and everything. They look like they
blended
were
in.
white with like real like dark spots on them. I was like, dude, those are so dirty, but they're just gray.
Hi, and I'm holy.
Yeah, I was gonna say that has a hole in it.
All right, Amanda, you were telling the
Call me
story.
Bishop Leftfoot.
Bishop
Oh,
left
what
foot.
was I talking about?
You're talking about ham and pickle.
Oh yeah, Ham will.
And pickle's real salty.
Yep. Ham literally will grab Shane's finger and like hug it
Oh,
and like lay his little head on him.
Yeah, but listen, okay, the whole reason.
oh, here we go.
All right. So we were gonna get one,
When somebody says yeah, but listen, you're like, all right, this is gonna. Be
but
good.
wait.
There's
So,
more.
We were just gonna get one, okay, because she got like she wrote for a grant.
Who's she?
Amanda,
Okay,
my wife. My wife.
who are you again?
I'm Amanda
Say, why is she- okay. Anyway, she wrote for a grant.
from
Got
a
accepted.
classroom.
Yeah, for her classroom to get a pet. They send you like some stuff, like coupon kind of deals,
Yeah.
basically, so you can get all the stuff for
for
your class
free. Yeah.
pet.
Okay.
But they only send one for one guinea pig. So we're going to choose guinea pigs, right? We're looking through them, and she wants Pickle. She chose Pickle first.
He's got crazy cute hair.
He's like a have you
Little
seen the ones where, like,
calyx.
yeah, they're like calyx,
Okay.
like they're really like kind of wavy fur. She wanted him, got him right, got all the stuff. Get him home. He's not happy.
He's
not a happy
depressed.
camper. He's
He won't
depressed.
move. I'm getting worried about him.
This whole time, while we were trying to figure out which guinea pig to get, I wanted Ham because he's huge.
He was
He's
ginormous.
A monstrous.
Were
looking-
these their names already, or did you name them?
No, we named him.
Okay.
Yeah. He was huge. Like he was literally like this big. He was like the size of a baked potato, and
I was gonna say the size
and
of
he
the
he's
sandwich
like smooth fur. He kind of looks like a big mouse.
because his ham.
He's
He's
talk
like
about him that way.
Well, I was just talking about his size. Shane's getting like defensive.
He loves
Sacred.
ham.
That's like,
He loves
I
ham.
love
too.
ham.
I mean,
But he's like, yeah, he kind of looks like a big mouse. Like, it's probably like the closest representative of him.
No, he doesn't. He does
to
not
me,
look like
to
a
me, he
mouse.
looks like a really, really, really big mouse.
Okay.
Anyway.
But
this whole time, she gets Pickle. He's depressed and scared for his life. And I'm like, and she's like, okay, she's reading online. And she's like, I think we need two. They're social animals.
They are social animals.
So I was like, all right, let's go back and get Ham. And
So-
she says, no, Ham's gonna be mean to him because he's bigger.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna fat shame him.
Well, Pickle was like a little tiny baby at the time, and Ham was ginormous.
Yeah, so we get Ham and Pickle back home, and Pickle is a bully.
Yeah, Pickle's mean to
He
Ham.
bullied the big one.
Yes,
Yeah.
Pickle is so mean to him. He's so mean. Like, literally, Amanda was telling me the other day, she'll be watching him in class, and like one will be eating, like, they love carrots.
Yeah,
They
that's
really,
their
really
favorite.
love carrots. And so, like, Ham will be eating his baby carrot, you know, and Pickle will come behind him and ram him in the butt with his head and, like, knock him off the carrot, and then Ham runs away, and then Pickle takes the carrot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bold strategy.
But then at the same time, they like cuddle together, and like when they go to sleep,
It
they
was an
cuddle.
abusive relationship.
Yes, it is truly.
I feel like it's like if you're, like, stuck on an island, like, and you're the only two of you, and it's like, I hate you, but you're the only person
Yeah,
here.
we need to cuddle for warmth. We're gonna
Yeah.
die.
You should at least set it like a standard, like, hey, like, you want some carrots, you want to cuddle, be nice.
Be nice.
That may have been the conversation that they had.
Yeah, but in the hamster talk. Or,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's funny that you two went straight into
Yes,
making the sounds
yes.
of it. Just
It's so cute.
Well, because you'll be literally laying there at night, and it's like, because we have to take them home
On like
on like
breaks.
holidays, on big breaks. You'll be literally laying there. It's like nighttime, like it's like 12
they're
o'clock,
like,
and they'll be like,
so
Well,
how,
now
how
they-
have I never met these guys.
I haven't had them for too long.
yeah, it hasn't been real long. We got them like around Christmas time, a little before that.
In the
Probably like
city.
November. But wait, what was I saying?
I do that a lot. I'm sorry.
Wait, what was
It
I
was
saying?
before we just got the new apartment.
You were talking about bringing
So
them home
they
and they
were-
made noise when you were asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I still forgot what I was saying about Ham
I'm
and
going to
Pickle.
practice ventriloquism. Ready?
Why?
So let's just see if I can do
What?
that with my mouth. Ready?
Oh man.
Tell me if my mouth moves or you can tell. Are you ready? I love...
I can definitely tell.
Usually they usually they put their teeth together, not completely
Their
together,
mouth,
but a little
like-
bit more.
Okay.
My name's Mr. Suck, and I love being a suck. It's
That-
not my favorite.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
It was my first
It was
attempt.
pretty decent for your first attempt.
Hey guys, what are you doing? I'm a suck, so I'm just hanging out, doing suck stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, I told you what you mean, because I'm also a suck. Do you dig?
Do you dig?
You jive
Do you
turkey.
dig?
Let's make out.
Whoa,
Oh,
wait,
whoa,
wait.
that's a term.
Blur that out, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh, I love you
god.
so much.
Now we've got to rate this podcast not safe for work,
I love you so much.
More entertainment.
and then just have them drop down there, and they're gonna spend their time together. Have you been keeping those on your hands just this whole time so you could do that?
No one just felt like it.
That was messed up. Are those socks your pets?
Well,
It can be.
they are now. No, I was looking for. It's kind of my thing to have props that I randomly throw on the table. It's kind of just a weird signature thing I do.
In the worst times too. Like I'll be telling like a really heartfelt story, and he's like, "Boom!
Yeah.
And that was the last words I had with Grandma, and I'm like,
Here's some old gym socks."
no, I was leaving the house and trying to get the props together, and I couldn't think of anything, so I just went to my sock drawer and grabbed socks, and then,
Right. Why don't you bring in like a tire iron or something like that you already have in your car?
that's a good idea. I'll keep that
Tune in
mind.
next week for
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 a
the
tire
tire
iron.
iron, yeah.
if you actually remember to bring a tire iron. I'll be so impressed. And then like we'll get together to record, and I'll be like, "Why do you have that freaking tire iron with you?" And I completely forget what I'm talking about. All right.
Yes.
So, do anybody have any other weird pets?
I'm trying to think of, like, I had a goldfish. That's totally not weird, though.
No,
Oh,
that's
I
like
had
the
a
most-
goldfish too. I have a goldfish story. Okay, so we had a little goldfish. It was some sort of fish that was yellowish. It might have been goldfish. I don't know. I was a kid.
I'll take it.
It's yellowfish.
So, yeah, it's a yellowfish. So I was a kid, so just bear with me. I'm sorry. I don't remember what his name was, but we had him in this little teeny tiny like Tupperware container, and it was a little bitty. He's swimming around in it. So we had to leave and go somewhere, and then we came back home, and he was floating on top of the water sideways. So he was not alive anymore. and he had like a little gash taken out of the side of him. Little did we know that cats will attack anything that's moving. So apparently that cat got a hold of it.
Cats are murderers, man.
I
killed
have like 2 stories based off what you just said.
Do it.
Okay. Well, the first one. This is because of the goldfish part. I have had this weird dream. Like I want this to happen. I want to literally get a full-size swimming pool and fill it up and put a goldfish in there because goldfish will grow depending on the size of their...
Can you keep a goldfish? You can't keep goldfish in chlorinated water, though, can you?
No, it'd have to be like...
So how are you going to keep it from growing
She
algae
really
and
doesn't
stuff?
want the swimming pool. She really just wants like a large expanse
Like a
of water.
pond.
Yeah, a feature pond.
She just gave me an idea. Lizards,
That was my mouth.
I was like, what was that? It
a
sounded
lot
like
of your
necklace.
reptiles are the same way. They produce a hormone that keeps them to not outgrow their containment, their environment.
Like keeps their body smaller?
Mhm.
Really?
Yes, a lot of fish
Wow.
there's lizards that do
I was
that
wondering
too.
how they did that.
Here we go. We do that with lizards, and we bring back the dinosaurs.
Would we like put them in like bigger containers?
No, now that I think about it, it was really stupid because lizards are already in the wild and they're not that big. Dang it. Gosh, edit that out, Rob, please.
Please.
Nope.
I forgot they're not born. Oh, I'm so dumb. I was like, we could have dinosaurs, man.
Dinosaurs.
If only we weren't containing their size.
That was so stupid.
Well, I mean, there's like Komodo dragons, though.
I'm
They're
ashamed
big.
of that. I'm ashamed of
It's
that.
fine. It's perfect.
Well, okay, and like in a Michael brain, for like just a moment, it made sense.
Yes.
It's like,
I love the fact that we
Wait.
have we come up with dumb ideas and we're just like, nope, and I'm leaving it in.
the reason they're
100%.
small.
How much I
is
got to
not
pay you to
be-
drop that? Because like, here's what I'm thinking, right? Because remember on another episode that hasn't dropped yet, or maybe it has, whatever. Talking about how like there's part of my brain.
Well, if
that
it came before this one, it definitely dropped already.
Now, there's part of my brain that's like insanely intelligent. It comes up with things and process information that shouldn't be.
That was
able
on
to.
the last episode.
Okay, yeah. And there's another part of my brain that's just retarded, and they both fight for ideas, and they just come out sometimes in different ways. And that was the retard side of one.
But no, I want like a 50-pound goldfish for fun.
That would be insane.
And I just want I'll fill up a swimming pool and just have one little
And would
goldfish
you swim
in
around
there.
with him like a dolphin?
Sure, I would. I really want this to happen.
Can that happen? Can they get that big?
Yes, they can get big, but
Okay, because a goldfish is pretty much just a carp, and carp can get pretty big, but like it all depends on environment and then also genetics and like there's a lot of things involved with that. If you just buy a store-bought goldfish, it's probably not getting.
no, I'm hunting the
But-
perfect one down.
Like out in the wild.
You
No,
gotta find a
like-
goldfish breeder.
Sure, I bet you're out there. Contact me.
Well, there's some people who like the giant,
Like
like
the subscribe as well.
yeah.
like the koi fish, like the stockless
Yeah,
ponds or whatever. So like, I mean, like technically, I guess you could do that. But like goldfish, like actually in the wild, are a terrible environmental problem. Like it's
Why?
really bad. Because here's the thing: a goldfish, well, it depends. It depends if your body of water has natural predators, then it's fine because goldfish are not camouflaged and just get eaten.
Well, yeah, because they're
Immediately.
bright.
Yeah,
brightly
bright
colored in
colors,
the
yeah.
water.
But if you don't, the problem with goldfish and carp in general.
Here's
right?
the problem. With
Here's the
goldfish.
problem.
Here's the problem with goldfish and just carp species in general is that they quickly deplete a lot of like the
water.
the nutrients like out of the like because there's all the plants and stuff that eat all of them, and then basically there's like nothing left. Like they literally just.
Did you say they deplete the nutrients? I was like being an idiot and I made a stupid joke. You
No,
said they deplete the nutrients?
They eat everything. Yeah, they literally like suck everything dry, and then there's nothing left.
I'm glad you did because it buffered my stupid comment a little bit. Like they just all they do is consume water and then just deplete it.
Actually, some like Asian carp, which are terribly invasive and are like literally a threat to a lot of our North American water species right now.
I've heard that. Actually.
They actually just filter feed, so actually they kind of do that.
Filter feed?
Yes, they literally just open their mouths and the water goes through it, and that's what they do. But they get like 100 pounds.
Well,
They're ginormous.
that brings me to a thought.
100 pounds is ginormous to you?
For a fish.
You see a 100-pound fish?
Well, no, I was thinking of like a person.
Well, you know how there's like pet smugglers, like the drug dealers of the pet world, and like I read a story that there was this guy and he got caught smuggling from Bangkok the 2 miniature monkeys in his pants. And I guess one was trying to get out, so he
let the monkey out his pants.
Yeah, but
Thank you, Shane.
so he had luggage with him, and he had like a weird type of luggage open. There's a bunch of birds that flew out, and this dude had like all these animals with him that he was smuggling over, I guess, the border or whatever.
Are you sure this wasn't Dr. Doolittle?
This is a real life thing. Like, I looked this up as an actual thing, and they just kept finding animals, and he was just pulling animals out of everywhere. Yeah.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah. They even had they had something in his gas cap. Like he opened his gas tank,
No.
Like
Caterpillars
yeah,
or
like
something.
something in there. I'm like, what?
Can you imagine like being the customs officer or whoever it is that has to see that? Be like, oh my god,
So much paperwork.
Yeah.
well, you have to fill one out for each animal. You're like,
Yeah.
well,
They opened it, and there's like birds that came out, and then like
parakeet
gone.
number 14 was 12 inches long.
I wonder if they did a thorough strip search. They had to do the cavity one, and then maybe found something there.
It's a gerbil.
Or like a protective tube of a rare worm or something. I don't know.
A rare worm in your
In his butt,
And it contained thing, because
butt worms?
I guess.
yeah.
Butt worms. Pinworms.
No, not pinworms. That's different. We're talking about.
Oh, sorry,
We are talking
exotic.
about pets.
Exotic.
So it's a
worms.
rare.
But that's crazy. Could you imagine being that dude? Like, sir, just take everything off.
Just take literally everything off.
Take everything off and spread them. We need to know what's in there.
like, what's there? It's like, that's how I kept the leeches fed on the trip.
Oh no.
So speaking of like strange animals that you want for pets, I want a sugar glider.
Oh yes, those
Indeed.
are
I
amazing.
want one so bad. So I actually looked it up, and I looked up what it takes to get one. You have to, in where we live, in the state that we live, you have to write a letter to the refuge officer or whoever's in charge of that stuff.
Oh, like the
And
IDNR.
explain to them what you're going to do to prevent that sugar glider from getting out into the ecosystem. You have to explain to them how you're going to keep that from happening
Yeah.
in order to get one. And that's just part of it. There's other things you have to do too. But I was like, holy crap. So you can get one, but you're like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a wall.
I'm gonna build a wall.
And I'm going to get all the other animals to pay for it.
Stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Speaking of dumb pets that no one should ever have, so Amanda has this Instagram page that she follows
Stop.
and has talked to me about multiple times. They have a puma.
Yeah,
They have a mountain lion that lives in their house as a domestic cat. And she's like, I think we should get a puma. And I'm like, okay.
I want a pet tiger, bro. For
No,
real.
you don't.
I mean,
No, they're natural killing machines.
I've romanticized what it would be
Yeah.
like to have one.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, people
don't actually
romanticize
want
bears. And let me tell you, that's also... That's a slippery slope, buddy.
That reminds me, you should post that clip if you get a chance. But that video I sent you of the man versus the bear.
Oh yeah.
It's so stupid.
That was a dumb salmon commercial. Like the guy's fighting the bear over salmon.
But the bear knew martial arts. On my notes here, I had a thing about when good pets go bad.
Oh, no.
Oh, I've heard a couple stories about stuff like that.
The one that comes off my head, top of the
Yeah,
head.
let's go ahead and rearrange those words.
the old top of the noggin here, was the story about the monkey that ate the Xanax.
Oh, no.
What?
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, which kind of makes me question about people taking Xanax since their brain chemistry is so similar, So this lady had a domesticated monkey in her home, well behaved,
Okay, I think I know this story, but I didn't know it involves Xanax.
It did, yeah. And so the monkey got to a bunch of Xanax because the master, or the owner, whatever, had Xanax.
The human.
Ate it, and then I guess she came home from work, and the monkey...
The girl came home from work, not the monkey.
Yeah.
The monkey
No,
didn't
the
have
monkey
a job.
was the provider.
The girl took all the Xanax,
Yeah,
the monkey
yeah,
Xanax,
yeah.
and then
No, and that's why the monkey needed the Xanax.
right to deal with the
Work
person.
life with stress. No, so anyway, the monkey ate the Xanax. They found out later, but got into an altercation with the woman and ate her face.
Yeah, I knew that it
Heard
went.
that.
That,
Chimpanzee, right?
Can you
Yeah.
can you
Yeah.
imagine being like the vet that has to do the autopsy on the monkey? You're like,
Mm-hmm.
you will never believe what I found in this monkey's system. Like, what is it? And you're like, Xanax.
Xanax.
Like, oh my god.
I thought you were going to say a human face, but yeah.
And
Well, I'm sure they knew the lady's face was missing whenever she was laying on the floor of her living room dead.
I met the autopsy people, but yes, yeah.
No.
Right?
Is it bad that we're laughing at these stories? Go ahead and comment down below if you think it's terrible that we're laughing at these stories.
I mean, you gotta find some, like, there's some stuff that's so dark, like, you just have to kind of.
Yeah, that's how.
It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah, that's how we deal with
The human
dark
brain
stuff.
laughs because it doesn't know how to react to a situation. You ever been so traumatized and so broken because something happens that you start laughing?
Yeah.
It
That
doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. It's a reaction sometimes.
right,
Cope
and
with.
I feel so bad for people who laugh at people when they get hurt and they can't control it.
What? Sure. No?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I was testing you.
And you failed.
Passed.
And you passed.
I'm so conflicted. Okay.
Yeah, so it makes me feel bad for those people who like whenever somebody gets hurt, they fall downstairs or whatever. Like they laugh, but they don't mean to.
Yeah.
Like I feel so bad for them because it's an uncontrolled reaction that they can't help.
One of my my friends that I was friends with for what?
Yeah.
What? Yeah. One of my
Perfect.
friends.
You nailed it.
I was friends with her for like a really long time. But in junior high, we were in PE class. We had it together. And there's like these like, what are they? It's basically just like a wood piece that's like this high to keep cars from like driving through there. You know what I'm talking about?
Driving through where?
Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
We need more facts.
I know.
We need more information.
Like the wood pillar looking things.
Yeah, the pillars.
They're not usually. They're usually like only like a foot and a half. Like to basically mark off the.
The story
it-
is going downhill.
Anyway.
Is it
Continue.
relevant to the story?
No.
No,
Kind
well,
of.
I don't know, but
It is now.
but anyway, we were like playing frisbee, and she was like running to get the frisbee, and she like flipped over the thing,
Right.
and like literally it was like a hard crash into the gravel, and she's like my best friend, like I should be like really concerned.
And you laugh.
Literally all I did, I laughed so hard, I literally fell on the ground laughing. Like that's how hard. And to this day, she'll still bring it up and like
It's
think
too
how.
bad that you didn't fall into the gravel while
Yeah.
you were laughing.
Yeah,
That would have been retribution.
Well,
right there.
I did, but
Karmic justice.
it was fine.
You're playing frisbee on the gravel?
Yeah, in the parking lot.
What is wrong with your school?
I don't know. A lot of things. But
You're like, we couldn't afford grass.
yeah.
So we took the leftover crushed earth and just
Mm-hmm.
put it around everywhere so we
Yeah.
could play frisbee on it.
But yeah, I just felt bad. I still feel bad about it to this day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like when you laugh at somebody
Should-
when they get hurt, you feel bad about it.
I know. I just really feel bad about it still.
Yeah.
And I was like 11 years old when that happened.
You monster.
And it still
And
just
it's
haunts
40
me.
years later.
Haunts me to this day. Yeah.
Here's my question, right? You know, with pets, is there any pets that you guys hate? Or any animals? Not necessarily your pets, but is there any animals out there that you hate?
Okay. I know they're necessary.
Let's just say, like, let's put it this way: if somebody told you had to have a pet in
Oh,
your house it's not even if it's domesticated normally or not. There's one animal you had to live with in your house, figure out how to live with, and you hated it. It just you can't get away from it, but you hate it more than any other animal. What would it be?
Bees.
Is that an animal? Does that count?
I mean, it's a.
Sure.
I think it's an animal.
Yeah, animal kingdom, sure.
Yeah.
I just did. Okay, so I used to not be like ginormous all the time. So a long time ago, I used to be fairly like okay fit-ish. So I would go hiking with people sometimes. I was fit enough to go hiking, and I'd be walking around and I'd hear, and I'm like, I'd swat at it. I'm like swat again, and it's like I'm gonna lose my mind if this thing does not stop flying around my freaking head, and it's the whole walk, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind. I was getting so angry. And it's like I couldn't hit it. I couldn't see it. It just would not stop buzzing me. And little did I know, it wasn't going to sting me because it was probably like a little honeybee or whatever, or bumblebee, whatever the ones are that don't sting you.
Would
And-
be.
It would be, wouldn't it? Another pun. Bam! I'm just full of it today. Actually, you want to know why? I'm actually way more into this podcast because I actually finally have somebody who's running the camera for me. Gage is the bomb. Yeah, those words.
Gage is a.
I was gonna say he's a
ball.
baller and Gage is the bomb at the same time. So you're both of those things. Thank you for being
You're a
amazing.
baller bomb.
Bomb.
The Bob bomb. Yeah, so I can actually focus on things and not have to worry about all the other technicalities. Technical
So
stuff.
you-
So I'm actually in the podcast. It just
So your animal would be a bee.
yeah. I can't. I would not want to be in,
What
in a
about
house with
you?
bees.
Mine would have to be
It would be.
a snake. I
Same.
cannot do
Samesies.
it.
I love snakes.
Oh
Love it.
no.
See, hey girl likes snakes.
No.
And to me, it's a hard no.
My dad used to have a big ball python for a couple years. His name was Jimmy. And I love Jimmy. Jimmy was so cool.
That's a good name for a python. I'm just straight up saying.
He used to like curl up on your arm. He'd like hang out. You like watch TV and stuff. It was cool.
You know what bothers me about snakes is the fact that I don't know if they're going to kill me or not.
Well, here's the thing.
That's what I hate about it. And I don't know if they're poisonous or venomous or not. Like, I don't know.
Here's the thing, right? These people have these pet snakes, especially like the big ones and stuff, that when they stretch out next to you, they're sizing you up to eat you. The only reason why they don't eat you is because they can't.
Right.
Yeah.
So like even the small snakes, like you're like, oh, he loves me. No, he doesn't. If the sizes were reversed, he would eat you.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw a video.
They don't have that bond like cats and dogs do.
I saw a video of a giant one that was like 14 feet long, and it ate like a little baby hippo, and it literally couldn't move. And there were like people who lived or worked in that area, and they were trying to help it. And it was basically like having to regurgitate that whole entire baby hippo because it physically couldn't devour it.
Yeah, that happens actually a lot more often than you think. Like not just with snakes, but like it happens a lot with fish.
Oh, they just eat something that's too big?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and like birds, like pelicans and stuff. Like animals have this thing, and especially like you think they're really smart until you see stuff like this sometimes. Like sometimes they will make a decision to like, I'm just going to eat this thing. Like I've seen it with like a bass before. It was floating in the water with another bass in its mouth that was halfway in. Literally, it just tried to eat something that was too big, and then it
just died.
Like the cannibal of bass, you know.
And then I saw a picture the other day of like that happened with a big pelican on the water. Same exact thing. Just
ate another
bit off
pelican.
a little more than it could chew. No, it was a fish. It was a large fish.
No, I was taking it back to you saying like a bass ate another bass, a pelican ate a pelican.
A pelican.
A pelican.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying to keep the peace to a minimum since I don't have a pop filter.
A bop.
A pop.
Since I don't have a pop
Just
filter.
say all your words with no P's.
Okay.
Just leave them out.
All right.
I gotta go. Ooh.
I need to go boo boo. I need to go boom boom.
Boom boom.
Pet cemetery. That is a terrifying idea. Like, you ever seen Pet Cemetery?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually went to go see the new one in the theaters together.
How was it?
It was
Terrible.
I thought it was good because I didn't know anything about the story before. I'd never read it or seen the other one or anything.
That was did they reenact the cutting of the Achilles heel like they did in the first one?
That
was disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, they did.
They did?
No spoilies.
Yeah, I remember this.
No spoilies.
Yeah.
It's been out for like 6
Did they
months.
do that? I don't remember.
Yeah.
that.
Remember the dude in the house?
I mean, I remember the
He
dude.
came
I
back
Oh.
into his... Yeah.
don't remember
they
anything
did
about an
it.
Achilles heel though.
Yeah. Well, you know what's weird? Because could you imagine having like a cat with like a demonic spirit in it in your house, just walk around, got like a little demon cat?
And he's got friggin' 10 knives on the end of his hands.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Like that whole concept is terrifying. Just to have your cute little level pet, you don't know what they're thinking, and then you go bring it back from the dead, and it's even worse because now they got some kind of they're like a demon puppy.
Right.
I know.
I thought that was like a.
And
I thought it was an interesting idea. The whole story, like the whole. I thought it was really
Very clever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because basically, what's up?
I'm named after the boy in Pet Cemetery.
Oh, really?
Really?
Gage said he's named after the boy in Pet Cemetery. That's interesting.
That they buried.
I didn't see. I don't even remember any of their names. That's interesting.
I'm not giving the obligatory the book's better
Well, yeah.
than both movies.
Yes.
Right.
And that's why I give it
So
like a 3 out of 10.
my dad told me a lot of. Oh, you're saying the movie's 3 out of 10?
Yeah.
So, my dad told me that Stephen King threw that book away many times,
I've heard that.
and then his wife had to keep pulling it out of the trash in order for him, so that he would continue writing it. Because
It's,
isn't there a part in there where he describes what one of the dead animals looks like or something? Or the
Well,
person
he does
looks
a whole
like?
bunch of stuff with that one. It is probably the most, for me, it's the most scary book of his. For me. Like, I've read...
The endings to some of his stuff makes me really angry because it's so dumb. But
yeah,
He just wraps it up. They were all aliens.
wasn't that Dreamcatcher? Didn't it end that way?
Under the Dome did that.
Spoiler
That's
alert.
kind of new. Oh, okay, listen.
That's his hook. That's what gets you like. I never saw it coming. Of course you would. Why would you think I'll out of nowhere all of a sudden that they're
Well, I guess it's
They're all
kinda-
reptile
It,
people.
it
Like,
is
you never
also
give no clue
that
to it.
kind of.
What'd
clue
you
to
say,
it all.
Shane?
It is kind of that too. Like the movie.
Oh,
the
okay.
book.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's also kind of that.
But anyway, I want to hear, why is it the most scary for you?
You know what really gets me the most is actually has nothing to do with the Pet Cemetery part of it. Like I think the most terrifying thing from that entire book, and they kind of get in the movie a little bit, is they do this description of her sister Zelda in the book with like I can't remember I think they said she had like spinal meningitis or something like that. But anyway, like
Meningitis is like just the thought of it's scary. Super
well,
scary.
and they do a bunch of description stuff in the book. and,
Yeah,
like,
very
well, that
descriptive.
stuff, that
And
stuff
it-
comes on real fast,
it
doesn't it?
freaked me out a
Like
lot.
meningitis
when I
doesn't
read
come on
it.
real fast.
I think so.
I think I read a story about somebody that like they went to sleep and woke up the next day and they had like purple lesions on their whole body and it's orange.
Oh, it can kill
all
you
over
real
different
fast.
things,
I
and
think
they were-
it can kill you within like one or
Like-
like 3 days, 2-3 days.
Yeah, it was nuts. But theirs was in the head, the brain.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, dude. It was just when I read that story, I was like, oh
Well, you
God,
know-
please don't ever let that happen to me.
It's funny you said that because it's also related to the topic that we're on. Is a lot of the diseases that come from animals. Like we got that new coronavirus that came from people eating bats.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
I knew that
allegedly.
part.
That's what the report that I read said.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Well, but a lot of stuff happens with
It was-
interactions. A lot of diseases from us with animals that we shouldn't be doing.
Isn't that where AIDS came from? Wasn't it like from
There's
monkeys?
all kinds of theories. People
well-
make monkeys, laboratory experiment. There's all kinds of theories for that. It's
If you do some research.
Yeah.
And what about the bird flu? Where'd that come from? H1N1 or whatever?
That
Cats.
was China, I believe. China.
That was China.
Everything, I believe that was also China. I think
Oh.
everything back
they need
then
to
was China.
stop getting weird with animals.
Yeah.
Lo main's good.
Like you know, well but not orange bat. You know what I mean? Like you can't like sweet and sour bat. Not a good idea. Just stick with
Listen,
chicken and
Sour
beef.
fat.
To be honest, though, like
pork.
if I'm at like a market, right, that's not America, like I feel like if someone was like, "Here, eat some bat," I'd probably do it.
Oh,
Well,
mistakes.
wasn't like the bubonic plague or the black plague? Wasn't
Rats.
it like what?
Rats.
Rats, right?
Not
and then,
eating rats, but
and then
rats.
fleas.
It flees from the rats.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
So that one actually crossed over from
it was on ships
Like,
and stuff, I believe.
from
Yeah.
rats to humans.
Yeah.
Well, and basically, it was just like really dirty environment anyway.
It's the
that
Renaissance. They're
promoted
throwing
it.
poop out of windows. It's
Yeah.
not exactly
But if we're not-
cleanly.
Hey, that was that one where they say Gardy Lou, I think, whoever on one of the words one. I think didn't you have to be don't you have to be a patron to watch that one? I think that
think
was
so.
Patreon only. There's one where we talk about words. No, that was an actual public one.
Oh, okay.
Because you talk about words, and that was the one we laugh until we cry telling silly stories. Gardy Lou, I think, is what they yelled before they dumped the junk out their window.
See, guys, that's why you should be a Patreon because there's a lot of content on there that you won't see otherwise.
No, that
Except
one's-
you did see that.
Well, I mean,
but
that one's
because
out
he
public.
mentioned how much we have on there.
Yeah, there's an actual full entire episode. Well, 97% of an episode that's uploaded that's for patrons only.
Yep.
So yeah, go head on over to patreon.com/justplaynonsense and subscribe, and you can get all that extra content.
You can even see a video clip with me with my pants off on the toilet because he kicked the door in. And
Yeah, so yeah, I kicked the door in on Michael because he was taking forever, and I was sitting here by myself. So I went to go find out what he was doing, and I took the camera with me so you guys can
I
see
was
it.
very scared and very confused. And I'm glad we're just starting off. We don't have a large number of Patreons because,
Well-
it's
well-
a very vulnerable moment,
Apparently, Michael doesn't understand how Patreon works because anybody who signs up can go all the way back and watch that.
Yeah, and that's so. No, I understand. I'm just like, when we get to that point, it's be shameful. You're like every time we get a new Patreon, I celebrate, but then I
Cringe.
I'm like,
Oh,
oh
no.
no, because like that many more people are gonna see me poo.
Well, I mean, it's blurred out, so
Poo.
no, there is no poo. You won't see any poo. But I did get a
Just-
close up of his leg that's touching the toilet seat.
Oh.
No, I had paper towel or toilet paper down.
Sorry, the close up of his leg that's touching the toilet paper.
Which is
My
yeah,
apologies.
for the ones that aren't Patreons, so you guys know I'm pretty clean about my public bathroom usage.
Yeah, he told me about that, and I was like, I don't believe you, and then now I do because I've seen it.
And
if
so
you
will-
go-
and so will Patreons.
If you go and subscribe on Patreon, you will get to see it too, and you too will be a believer.
Yep.
All right, what
Thanks,
else?
Rob.
Where were we at?
What other bullet points you got?
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah.
Well, other than the animal disease thing, and
Well, let's keep going on that. If there's other stuff that we want to talk about, is there any other diseases that we can think of that didn't some come from pigs or something?
Oh.
The swine
Swine
flu.
flu.
Now, did those actually come from like pigs, or
I
is it
believe
like
so.
they're just
I
like
believe so.
they're like, let's pick an animal this
Mad
month to name one after? Oh yeah, mad cow disease.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mad cow is, but that's not like a. Well, yeah, I mean, it's still that's from what are they called?
Oh yeah, it's not. It didn't come from cow. Well, no, it came from. Okay,
the handlers of
it
the
came
cows, right?
from eating.
The hand-
Didn't they grind up cows and feed them to other cows?
Yeah, well, but it is not. It's that, but it's also from if you're into knowing things about deer and deer disease. There's something it's actually a really big issue right now called CWD, chronic wasting disease, which is a kind of similar thing. It's a brain. I don't know what they're called right now off the top of my head. It's almost like not quite a parasite, but it's kind of like it's an amoeba kind of, and it jacks stuff up in the brain, and then it gets transmitted by that animal from now on. Kind of similar thing. They're pretty. I don't want to say they're similar diseases, but it's kind of close. It's comparable. But yeah, But I think I'm kind of early for mad cow disease. I think I don't remember. I don't really remember any of that very very well.
You're early. What is that? What do you mean?
I mean, like I think that was kind of like not my time.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's my dad did the first time I heard about it, my dad did like a book report on it or something like that because it was weird. We went to college at the same time.
I do remember.
Yep.
I do remember that we knew the Tate twins who went to school with us. They were not allowed to eat beef for like years.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Oh,
like,
we
they would not eat beef.
You know, there's a lot of people now that are like they're talking about I'm not gonna drink. I don't know if Corona is using the coronavirus as marketing, but there's a lot of people that are like, oh, I can't eat Chinese food because the coronavirus, and I'm like, your Chinese food that's in America is not coming from China, right?
Yeah.
They're
Chinese
buying their
food.
stuff at Walmart and Sam's Club.
Yeah,
Like
Sam's
you're
Club.
fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, animals are. It's like people. We got a lot of diseases too. We just got to do things we got to handle things in a more clean and responsible way.
Right.
That's like that happens. You can't just stop eating beef because something happened to chicken. Unless you already don't eat it, then it's not really a big impact. But it's just a reminder of like how disgusting things can get if we don't pay attention to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
But freaking, I'm waiting for that big virus that comes that just has another plague that just wipes this off the map.
Oh, that's going to be the zombie virus, and that's going to take over the whole entire planet. We're all going to be zombies.
Yeah,
Dope.
I'm ready.
Dope.
You've heard about my apocalypse team.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to activate
Fantasy
them.
Spec Ops Apocalypse team.
I'll just activate them.
So, Shane, when you said dope when I was talking about zombies, so that reminds me of a little thing that drives me nuts. So, a lot of people, like, whenever the zombie thing became, like, real big and everybody's like, oh, zombies, everything. So everybody was like, I can't wait for the zombie apocalypse to happen. I'm going to go and kill some zombies, and I'm going to fashion a weapon out of this, and I'm going to build a bus that's got, like, scoops on the front of it. I can harvest their bodies or whatever, that kind of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody's, like, real excited about it, right? And I got to thinking about it, and I'm like, you guys are morons because, listen, you play these, like, zombie video games, and you're like, oh, I could build a bat that could do this. And I'm like, okay, but you have a pause button. You get a chance to go through your inventory. Your character doesn't have to go to the bathroom or eat. So it's like, the first time that you're actually in the zombie apocalypse and you're sitting in like some old abandoned like gas station taking a dump and you hear like on the door, you're gonna poop your pants even though you're already on the toilet.
It's gonna come out of the toilet. Yeah.
So that kind of stuff makes me mad. I'm like, in real life, and I know this is going way off topic, but you don't have a pause button. Every time you go to the bathroom, you are going to be scared for your life.
You're never going to have a nice poop again.
Never, ever. You're not going to get a chance to
I know
relax.
how that
You
feels.
can't sleep. None of that stuff.
Yeah, I know how that feels to just be, using the toilet and then just all of a sudden you have this abrupt invasion of your comfort.
You are very welcome.
Yeah, so
You're
like,
welcome, ladies.
Yeah. So like there's just so many more variables plus the actual fear factor, and fighting disease alone is terrifying because it's not like some dude you can punch in the face. It's just it's a disease, and on top of like, oh my god, that'd be terrifying. I mean, it is fun to talk about what you'd do in that situation.
Yeah.
But in real life, most people wouldn't.
But think about it
wouldn't be able to
practically.
resort to that. They would just
Die.
Well, I mean, what is it? I think there's a quote that says like, any country is 3 days away, 3 days of missed meals away from a revolution. The vast majority of the nation, if like they were not to be able to like have their normal life, like electricity and like a grocery store for 3 days, are just completely lost.
That's me. Yeah, because I don't know how to hunt for my own food or anything. Like I said this in a I didn't say that. I said this a while ago on another podcast. I was like, I can build a website and I can do graphics and stuff, but I can't like farm or harvest my own food. I can't hunt. I mean, I could if my life depended on it. I'd learn how to do it, but
That's
like,
what I'm
right
saying.
now, I have no
You're a pretty smart guy. I think you could
Well, yeah, I mean, but right now I don't have that skill set.
But like, your pets would serve a completely different purpose.
They become food.
Well, not always. In some resorts, yeah, but like
I would not ever eat Skylar. I don't care if I was dying. My
somebody else might,
deathbed.
Yeah, that's
Somebody-
probably true.
Somebody else might.
no, because here's the thing, right?
I'm
in
sorry,
A, in
I
a
keep being so
situation,
loud.
in a situation like that, right? Like your pets become tools that you need, right?
Right.
Like a dog, you send them out to go sit. There's somebody coming nearby, whatever, you know.
Like I Am Legend, where you
Yeah.
like use the dog.
And those people sitting there playing the video games, going, "Yeah, I know how I would handle this zombie apocalypse." No, you would die first. But what would happen?
You have no
is-
stamina.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't know how to like not frighten a deer when you come up on it. You know, you wouldn't know how to master stand.
Yeah, you
wouldn't-
gotta
things
click.
wouldn't think
You gotta
about.
click the analog stick so you
Yeah.
can crouch down.
Right, you have to have the code. You know,
Yeah.
but you know, the thing is that you would you'd have to become a community again, which people aren't anymore. They're selfish. That's why we take each other off all the time in traffic and stuff
Narcissism.
because people are all about themselves. But we'd have to resort back to, and the people that have the biggest group of people that are detached from video games and stuff, and more attached to like how to do physical things. Not that I'm knocking video game and stuff because they're fine. I'm not saying that, but you know, the ones who are going to survive is the farmer, the guy who knows how to
The
who knows
hunter.
battle strategy, the guy who knows people that know how to build houses, how to harvest clean water.
Not the guy that wants to hang
Yeah.
out with a bunch of celebrities.
Yeah. You know, so you would need like, and at that point, because related to the topic that we're on, your pets would become lifelines, man. Like your dogs, you teach them how to send out the enemy, how to know when there's zombies around, how to send out food. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm gonna teach my
Track
goldfish. I'm gonna
things.
teach my goldfish Morse code.
Well, yeah, you should absolutely. No, but like when I was a kid, my uncle Bubba took me coon hunting. So, but the dog would scent it out. You wouldn't, you know, and they would corner up a tree when we know where it's at, and we'd be able to shoot it. You know,
Yep.
And if it ran away, he would
That
come.
feels like cheating.
It's
It's not cheating at all because like the thing is when it comes, raccoons are ferocious, right?
Right.
But a dog can like come up once you shoot it, it falls out the tree. And
I want to watch you take a raccoon in a fair
They can
fight.
help. They'll take the train to take it by the neck and shake it, you know, and so that way it's safer for you. So you rely on those animals, you know. So there's so many different aspects. So pets, they wouldn't be like somebody you cuddle with on your love seat while you're watching,
Yeah,
you know,
They'd be-
Ricky
they'd be
Lake,
more-
which I don't think that's a show anymore.
well, and a lot of times,
that's showing your age right there.
a lot of time when you're doing like hound stuff like that, I actually
Hold on, a lot of times what?
when you're doing like hound,
Okay.
you call it like hound hunting.
Yeah,
But a lot of the time when you're
Like
doing
duck
stuff like
hunt.
that, or even like when you're duck hunting, a lot of time
I was
actually when you're
talking
doing
about
that kind of stuff, it actually becomes a lot less about the hunt you're doing as much as it becomes about getting your dog out to
Like
do
teamwork.
Yeah, it really does become a lot of that. Like I know a lot of guys who have like like waterfowl dogs, like you're talking about, and a lot of the whole reason they go out to do it. I mean, it's also you're getting ducks, you're getting meat, but it's also like you're getting your dog out because they're actually usually a lot more excited about it than you are a lot of the time because dogs like having a job. They like having a purpose.
Yeah.
Like I had Skylar out this morning, probably like 2 hours because we were out looking for sheds, deer antler sheds. And she sniffed out a deer head for me, which I couldn't take home because legally I have to get a conservation officer to go check it for me before I can
Yeah,
take it home.
haven't you been in that situation
Yeah.
once before?
Yeah, so I had to leave it where it was until I can get someone out there to come check it and tag it for me. But I mean, like, and she's not really, I mean, necessarily like, quote unquote trained for that. It's just kind of like natural ability.
Yeah.
But like,
Like instinct.
dogs like being able to go out and like feel like they're doing something. I mean, I guess unless you get like really bred down into like, I don't know.
That's the kind of dog I want. The one that's like, I just want to lay on the couch and watch Netflix.
I mean, she also does that.
Oh yeah, she's
She does
very
both.
affectionate. She's super sweet.
That's what I love about dogs is they're very good companion animals, but they're also serve a purpose. If we went to a zombie apocalypse situation or any type of apocalypse situation where civilization falls or society falls in general, you'd have like all of us cat people, because I'm a cat person, like no longer serves a purpose, right? Like so you'd be everybody would become dog people real quick.
Yeah.
Dogs really are man's best friend, you know. So
Right.
you can have that. And I'm a cat person now, but I would quickly become a dog person real fast. In a
Right.
situation
In
like that.
certain
There's
circumstance.
a
Yeah.
good reason we've been domesticating them for like 10,000 years. They're
10,000.
useful.
Yeah,
They are.
I'm a cat person as well, and I would. It's not like I'm not a dog person, but I love dogs as well. But I like how chill cats are, because like when I come home and there's a dog like freaking out, like it feels good. But like I'm the type of person that's like, let's just chill for a
No.
minute and like
Nah, it's
have
my
a
favorite.
That's literally my favorite thing in the whole world is Skylar's butt wiggle.
like she's just like all
It's
about it.
literally my most favorite thing. Like it's the best part of my day.
Yeah, I thought it was super sweet when I dropped you guys off at your house last night, and she's like peeking her head out the little window.
I know, and you can see her little butt wiggle.
Did you get it?
No,
Oh.
but something else. All right, so you know an animal I think would be the best animal to domesticate in an apocalypse setting?
An
What?
earthworm.
A kangaroo.
Ooh, we all had different answers.
A monkey.
Oh, that was
That's a
way
little
more
less-
anticlimactic
yeah.
than I thought it was
They
going
have
to
like opposable thumbs and stuff, and like
You could
raccoons
also,
do too.
yeah, raccoon.
yeah, but they're hard
be. Yeah,
to
but
train.
they're trash pandas.
Yeah, they're not as smart.
But
Have you
If-
tried to train a raccoon? Do you have a?
I had some.
Do you have any
I said
scientific
harder,
evidence?
harder.
Do you have any scientific evidence to back that up?
Not impossible. Not they could be effective as well.
Show your work.
But I'm just saying, a monkey would be great because the way they think, very,
Yeah.
look, we've trained monkeys to do this far.
Right, right.
So imagine having a monkey and training them to use a weapon, right?
That's where Planet of the Apes takes over.
It'd be like a dog scout things out, but they could literally kill the opponent with like a spear or a gun.
Fair.
Oh my god.
Fair
I mean, as long as you don't give it Xanax, right? It'd be good.
Don't give it Xanax or
But they also wouldn't have the will because you could train them to overthrow
Viagra.
you. Because with people, you got to worry about that. If I just had a whole community of monkeys that I trained for like
So you're gonna
battle,
be Tarzan?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already growing my hair out.
Yeah.
and then Hey Girl can be Jane.
Yeah, that'd be
And
terrifying.
you got the couple of little ones. Too.
Imagine being somebody out in the field, right? And they're trying to steal my resources because we're in that setting, And freaking, all of a sudden, you see me coming out wearing a sackcloth. And I'm like, oh. And also, you see these monkeys come out with like spears and
Yeah,
guns
I'm
and
out.
arrows.
I'm out.
Yeah, I'd be terrified.
Yeah, me
I'd be
too.
like, dude, I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting the heck out of here.
So wait a minute. You just came out with the sackcloth on. Why are you running away?
No, I didn't say I was running away.
You just said
I
that.
said I would. if was
I
doing-
know.
If-
I was messing with you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That
Anyway,
didn't hit very well, Rob.
yeah.
You don't want the smoke.
I understood it.
So anyway, yeah. Think about it.
Yeah,
That
that'd
would
be.
be pretty terrifying.
I can see kangaroos though as well.
Yeah.
Can you train kangaroos?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure you can train just about anything, like pretty close to anything.
I don't know if that's true, but
I just want to train Amanda's 50-pound goldfish
Yeah.
to do.
I mean,
Morse
people
code.
train bees.
I have
Bees?
heard that. I have
That'd
heard
be
that.
scary.
I
Attack.
don't know
Yeah.
if you can attack bees, but like
Wasn't that
Um,
an episode of Black Mirror where they had
attack
like
bees?
yeah they had like robotic bees doing something.
I don't remember.
I
that.
don't.
That was
remember
probably
either.
that was our least favorite. I think we only watched like I think you guys were on your phones when we were watching it.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
You're all checked out. Anyway, I think we need to wrap this episode up. Everybody got their points out of the way. Anybody got anything extra?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you do have something extra.
I have one more thing to say.
Okay.
If you're looking for a dog breed out there, get an Australian Shepherd or a Border Collie. They're just the best. They're really the best.
All right, there's Amanda's suggestion.
They're real smart though, so like make sure you're not dumber than they are.
Yeah.
Because they will outsmart you.
Get manipulated by your dog, just tricking you all the time.
Actually, I've seen videos or stories about that where the dog will bark at the door. The person will get up and go check, and then the dog will steal their food.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. Oh, I want
I've
one
heard
now.
stories about that.
I would just have where people prank each other. I'd get to that point where I would just be like messing my dog. Oh, gotcha,
Gotcha.
gotcha, Sparky. Arr.
Perfect.
I think it's funny. Okay.
All right, good
All right,
enough,
you
good
guys. Thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this episode. We are done
Bye.
with the whole animal abuse and all that kind of stuff that we were talking about. So make sure you guys check us out if you want to keep listening to our stuff or whatever. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all that stuff. You're watching us. We're on YouTube. JustPlayNonsense.ninja. We got a website. You can go there and get stuff. You can go to our store and buy some of our stuff. We got Netflix. Also, we got Netflix. We're not on Netflix, you guys. We got Instagram, nonsense.podcast. Everybody's looking at me.
Oh, look this way now.
So we got let's see what else we got. We've been sharing a lot of our stuff on Facebook. We're trying to work on getting it back over to Instagram, but there's so much work to do.
Yeah, and like I said, if you're listening to us on any of the podcasting platforms, I'd really encourage you guys to come over to the YouTube thing. We just started that out. It's starting to take off. We're doing really well on the podcasting platforms. We got in the thousands, not the hundreds.
Yeah.
And on the
Views a month. Yeah.
yeah. So, but on the YouTube, we just started promoting it, running it like 3 months ago,
Right.
and it's doing really well for unknown people in the YouTube world starting out. But it's
Yeah,
not
we're
like
very surprised by it.
it's not as well as I'd like our podcast to be. So, just for the sake of getting us out there more so we can become more successful, so we can do more for you guys and stuff, just team up with us and check out YouTube if you're listening to something on the podcasting platforms.
Absolutely.
Check it out,
Yeah, and then if you want to team up with us and partner with us or whatever, head on over to patreon.com/justplaynonsense. If you got a couple extra bucks you want to throw at us, you get some cool perks. And you get like extra content. You can get to see a blurred out version of Michael sitting on the toilet. That'd be kind of funny. And a bunch of other stuff like that. We're also working on some Patreon exclusive content where we're going to make videos that are only on Patreon. You can't find them anywhere else. So you have to subscribe to a certain tier to get on those. And that is it for this episode. We're going to take off. We'll see you guys later. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Remember that podcast that I did where I wasn't recording?
The whole time.
Yeah, I was real upset about that.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey, can you? Yeah, you can see my hands right here.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Can you see my hands on the table?
Oh.
Okay, good.
I whip my hands back and forth. Whip my hands back and forth.
What year are we being transported to?
2013.
Is that a jet
It's not.
or a motorcycle?
It sounds like it.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like a freaking jet.
And that's China.
Stop.
They're shipping over the coronavirus.
Stop. That's scary.
Well, it went away.
That makes me
they didn't bomb
feel
us.
scared.
Well, it's another
No,
state.
they just got General Dynamics. It's fine.
Yeah, it's another state's problem now. Okay, Michael, do you have a way to begin this? Do you like to get us into this pets one?
Just be like,
Hold on. Stop.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear the.
Hold on.
Hear the
Don't
fizz.
talk. Okay. Bring your cup over here, or bring your thing over here and pour it.
I feel like that's the sound for a soda ad.
Is that
right
not
there.
satisfying?
That would be perfect.
Here you go. I'm glad I didn't spill it.
me too.
Ooh, look at that waveform. That looks cool. That's right there.
When are you guys gonna get an energy drink sponsor? I mean,
I mean, as soon as.
you'll have to keep on rotating until somebody decides to lay it
Right.
on the table.
All right, Michael, go ahead and give me another check since I messed with your mic. Sit back though. There you go. You can literally say anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Tell me about the treasury.
Is there a way to put a timer on?
Oh, hit. Oh my God. Sorry. I forgot they weren't that far. Just hit the info button. It's on the left side, about halfway down.
My ears feel so
I'm
scared.
so sorry.
Your ears feel scared.
Yes.
Do you want me to turn your overall volume down, or are you good?
It's fine.
Sorry about that. What? How far are we?
2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Where to
Give me a check.
All right. I see they put that red thing back up.
All
Where'd
right,
you come
Amanda, I
from?
think you're
Where'd you
number
go?
4.
Where'd you come from, Cat Nacho?
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Restart.
No, you're good. Hey, what's up? This is Just Plain Nonsense.